find the general solution to the ordinary difference equation. So we have xy prime plus 3y is equal to 7. So the first thing we need to do is get it into the right format. So that'll divide everything by x. We'll get y prime by itself. So right, I want y prime plus 3 over x, y equals 7 over x. All right, so then our f of x is, let me finish that f there. So our f of x is equal to 3 over x. And then our mu of x is equal to e indefinite integral f of x dx, which is equal to e indefinite integral 3 over x dx. And that ends up equaling, so the 3 sticks around, but the 1 over x integral is natural log absolute value of x. So I have 3 natural log absolute value of x. And again, there is a plus c there, but we can ignore it because it just multiplies the entire equation. We can't quite cancel this yet, so we're going to move the 3 inside using laws of logarithms. So that's e to the natural log absolute value x cubed. And that ends up canceling to absolute value of x cubed. But because the absolute value gets multiplied by the entire equation when we multiply the integrating factor, the absolute value sign doesn't really matter. It either multiplies the entire equation by a plus or a minus, depending on the sign of x cubed. So really we're just going to say that's x cubed without the absolute value signs. All right, so now we're going to multiply the integrating factor. So we'll end up with x cubed y prime plus 3 over x times x cubed ends up being 3x squared, since one of the x is canceled. Y is equal to 7 over x times x cubed ends up being 7x squared. All right, and now just double checking here. I forgot my little line from before. So right, I want to check that this is actually going to work, that I did it correctly. So supposedly this should happen where I get the integrating factor x cubed times y, whole thing prime, is the left-hand side. So if I do that here, I'm going to take the non-derivative of the first term times the derivative of the second term, y prime, plus the derivative of the first term here, x cubed prime, plus, times the non-derivative of the second term, y. All right, well that ends up being x cubed y prime plus the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared, and I have y. And yes, that's good news. So this piece right here is exactly the left-hand side we have. So we can actually collapse this left-hand side in this product rule in reverse to x cubed y whole thing prime equals 7x squared. All right, so then next up, we're going to integrate both sides. So indefinite integral of x cubed y whole thing prime dx equals integral, and indefinite integral 7x squared dx. Let me fix that dx there. Okay, so this side, the derivative and the integral cancel. So x cubed y equals, so the integral of 7x squared, well the 7 will stick around, and we have x squared integral is going to be x cubed over 3, so we'll end up with 7 thirds x cubed. And then don't forget the constant of integration. And so now we're nearly done, so all that's left is to divide by x cubed to solve for y. So then y of x is equal to 7 thirds x cubed divided by x cubed, so that's just 7 thirds. And we have a plus c divided by x cubed, so that ends up being c over x cubed. And we're done.